Close your eyes for a moment and listen to the soft, rhythmic breathing of the world around you right now. My dear, quiet friend, can you feel that tiny, persistent hum vibrating deep within your chest, beneath the layers of everyday worries and the noise of others? It feels like a distant bell ringing in a valley you have never visited, calling you home to a place you somehow already deeply know. For a long time, you have carried a quiet ache, a sense that you are standing on the edge of a forest, waiting for permission. You look at the people you share a name with, your family and your oldest friends, and you notice a strange, lingering distance between you. It is not that you do not love them, but rather that you speak a language of the heart they have not yet learned to hear. You are like a seedling that has sprouted from a different kind of sun, reaching for heights that those around you cannot even imagine. Perhaps you have spent years apologizing for the space you take up, trying to trim your branches to fit into the small rooms of others. But the call you feel is not a mistake, and it is certainly not a burden designed to make you feel isolated or fundamentally broken. It is the earth of your destiny whispering your true name, asking you to finally stop hiding the magnificent width of your internal canopy. There is a sacred reason why you have always felt like the outsider at the dinner table, the one who sees the invisible threads. You were born with a root system that goes deeper than the topsoil of your family's history, reaching down into the ancient, hidden waters. While others are content with the grass at their feet, you have always been looking toward the horizon, sensing a coming change in the weather. This restlessness is the silent call, a divine invitation to become the one who finally transforms the very ground upon which your family stands. It is a gentle tugging on your spirit, reminding you that your life is meant to be a bridge between the old ways and the new. You are being asked to step out of the shadows of just getting by and into the light of a purpose that feels terrifyingly beautiful. Take a deep breath with me now, feeling the air fill your lungs like a soft wind moving through the tall, ancient pines. Let the tension in your shoulders melt away into the earth, knowing that you are safe to listen to this inner voice today. You are not crazy for wanting more, and you are not ungrateful for sensing that your current reality is simply a very small cocoon. The call is silent because it does not need to shout. It is a fundamental truth that resonates in the very marrow of your bones. It is the sound of your ancestors' unfulfilled dreams finally finding a voice through your heartbeat, asking for a chance to finally breathe. You are the answer to a prayer whispered several generations ago by someone who looked at the stars and hoped for a different life. Every time you felt misunderstood, it was actually the universe marking you as someone who belongs to a much larger, more expansive family tree. The isolation you felt was never a punishment, but a necessary boundary to keep your unique essence from being diluted by common, fearful thinking. You are a rare species of soul, intended to provide shade and nourishment for those who will come long after your own time here. Allow yourself to sit with this feeling of being called, even if you do not yet have the map for the entire journey ahead. A tree does not need to see the clouds to know it must grow upward. It simply follows the light with an unwavering, quiet faith. You are that tree, and the dawn is just beginning to break over the edge of the world, illuminating the path you were born for. The first sign that you are the one chosen to bring overflow is that you have always carried a strange, beautiful discomfort with lack. Even when things were scarce, you felt a natural affinity for quality, for beauty, and for the feeling of things being truly, deeply enough. This is not greed, but your soul remembering the abundance of the garden you truly belong to, refusing to accept that struggle is your identity. The second sign is your hands. you find that they itch to build, to create, or to give. Even when you have very little, you are a natural conduit for life, and you feel a physical sense of relief when you are able to help something or someone grow. The third sign is your dreams, which often feel more like memories of a future where you are standing in a place of peace. You see yourself providing for your elders, clearing the debts of your siblings, and creating a sanctuary where fear is no longer the primary guest. The fourth sign is that you have always been the emotional sponge of the family, sensing the hidden pains and the unspoken worries of others. This sensitivity is actually your capacity for stewardship, as you are being trained to handle the hearts of many with great tender care. The fifth sign is a recurring pattern of narrow escapes where things almost fell apart, but a sudden, unseen hand provided exactly what you needed. These moments are the universe proving to you that your source is not a job or a bank, but a divine, eternal flow. The sixth sign is that you find yourself bored by small talk and petty dramas, craving conversations that feel like they have some real weight. You are looking for the golden thread of purpose in everything, unable to settle for a life that feels like a series of random accidents. The seventh sign is your instinct to protect the vulnerable, feeling a surge of gentle warrior energy whenever you see someone being treated unfairly. This is the hallmark of a provider, someone who understands that wealth is a tool for protection, not a trophy for the ego to display. The eighth sign is that you have survived things that would have broken others, emerging with a heart that is still soft and still kind. Your resilience is not just toughness, it is the flexibility of a young willow that knows how to dance with the fiercest of winter storms. The ninth sign is the way animals and children react to you, sensing a safety in your presence that they cannot quite put into words. You carry the stillness of the summit, a quiet authority that comes from knowing you are being guided by something much larger than yourself. These signs have been there since you were small, like hidden carvings on the bark of your soul, waiting for you to notice them. They are the proof that your destiny is not something you have to manufacture, but something you simply have to grow into with patience. Stop looking for validation from those who are still asleep, and start trusting the evidence of your own lived experience and your heart. You are being prepared for a level of influence that requires a very specific kind of internal architecture, which is being built right now. Every no you received from the world was a yes from the divine, steering you away from paths that would have stunted your growth. You are not late, you are not behind, and you have not missed your window of opportunity because your season is divinely timed. Like a forest that grows in silence for decades before the canopy closes, your expansion is happening beneath the surface where it is safe. The hidden signs are your compass, pointing you toward a reality where your family's story of struggle ends permanently with your own brave life. Trust these markers, for they were placed there by a hand that loves you more than you can possibly imagine or ever fully understand. Before the great oak can reach the sky, the seed must first endure the crushing weight of the dark, cold, and lonely earth. There have been seasons in your life where it felt like the sun had forgotten you entirely, leaving you to shiver in the shadows. This is the wound of not belonging at its most painful. The moments when you felt completely unseen by the people who should know you. You may have cried out in the middle of the night, asking why you were given such big dreams in such a restricted, narrow environment. You felt the creative suppression of a world that wanted you to be a shrub when you were born, to be a sequoia. The dark night is not a sign of failure. It is the sacred alchemy, where your old self is burned away to make room for gold. It is the time when you had to learn to provide your own light, because the torches of your family had long since gone out. You felt the deep abandonment wound, wondering if you were left alone because you were flawed, rather than realizing you were being set apart. This is where you faced the paralyzing self-doubt, the voice that whispered you were foolish for believing you could ever be the one to rise. But in that darkness, something miraculous happened. Your roots began to stretch out, searching for something more substantial than human approval or quick success. You learned to find hidden oasis moments in the middle of your desert, discovering that your inner world was richer than your outer circumstances. The dark night stripped away your self-protection, dressed as wisdom, showing you that playing it safe was actually just another way of staying stuck. You realized that your hidden agreement with delay was often a fear of the responsibility that comes with being truly, visibly successful and powerful. This season of pain was actually a sacred storm, clearing away the dead wood of your past to prepare for the lush growth of spring. You had to learn that partial faith produces partial manifestation, and the darkness forced you to commit fully to the light of your own calling. It was during these quiet, lonely years that you developed the wise witness within you, the part that can observe chaos without being consumed. The dark night taught you that your value is not tied to how much you produce, but to the simple, holy fact of your existence. You are like the phoenix rebirth, where the ashes of your old identity are becoming the fertile soil for the magnificent version of you. Do not resent the times you felt forgotten, for the loving ancestor within you was using that time to knit your spirit back together. Every tear you shed was like a drop of rain on thirsty ground, softening the hardness of your heart so new life could finally emerge. The isolation was a mirror lake, forcing you to look at your own reflection until you finally fell in love with the soul you saw. You are coming out of the shadows now, but you are bringing the wisdom of the night with you, making your light much steadier. A light that has never known darkness is easily blinded, but a light that has survived the abyss can guide an entire generation home safely. Be gentle with yourself as the dawn begins to break, for your eyes are still adjusting to the sheer brilliance of your own emerging potential. The labyrinth was never meant to trap you. It was meant to lead you to the center of your own power and your own grace. The awakening is not a sudden explosion, but a gentle unfolding dawn where the truth of who you are becomes impossible to ignore anymore. It is the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Of course it is me." Accepting the mantle of leadership with humility, you begin to see that your wound of not belonging was actually a sacred shield, preventing you from adopting the limiting beliefs of your lineage. Suddenly, the identity fragmentation you felt for years begins to heal, and all the different versions of you finally come home to one heart. Your isolation was not a rejection by the world, but a preservation by the divine. You were hidden so you could grow. You realized that self-protection was often just a mask for the fear of being truly seen in your full, brilliant, and terrifyingly capable glory. This is the butterfly metamorphosis, where the old struggle of the caterpillar is forgotten in the breathtaking realization that you were always meant to fly. You start to notice the golden thread of your fate weaving through every mistake, every heartbreak, and every delay, creating a masterpiece of resilience. The aha moment comes when you see that hidden agreement with delay. You were waiting for permission that was already written in your DNA. You stop trying to fix your family and start focusing on becoming the lighthouse that will naturally guide them toward a much safer harbor. This is the intimate heart-to-heart confession you have with your own soul. You are ready to be powerful. You are ready to be enough. You realize that your creative suppression was just a tight bud, And now, the internal pressure to bloom has become greater than the fear. The delay in your life wasn't a punishment. It was the time needed to build a character strong enough to hold your wealth. The tender revolutionary in you wakes up, realizing that the most radical thing you can do is to be happy, wealthy, and deeply, truly kind. You see that partial faith was keeping you in a labyrinth, but total surrender to your purpose is the eternal river that carries you home. Your deep abandonment wound is healed by the realization that the universe has been your constant, loving companion through every single step of the way. You no longer look for a hidden oasis. You realize that you are the oasis, and life begins to flow toward you in beautiful abundance. The sacred alchemy is complete. The lead of your past traumas has been turned into the gold of a presence that can heal others. You feel the stillness and summit energy, a calm confidence that doesn't need to shout to be heard or to prove its own immense worth. This awakening is the phoenix rising, not with a scream of rage, but with a song of profound, deep-seated peace and eternal, unchanging grace. You are finally seeing that your not belonging was actually divine selection, marking you as the one who would lead the way into the light. The dawn is here, and the forest is singing your name, welcoming the one who was brave enough to wake up while others stayed asleep. To be the chosen one in a family is not about sitting on a throne. It is about being the ancient tree with roots. It means you are the one who agrees to process the generational trauma so that the children who come after you never have to. You are the fate weaver, taking the broken threads of your ancestors' lives and spinning them into a tapestry of security and lasting, deep peace. Being chosen means your chronic feeling of unworthiness must be laid on the altar of service. For your mission is far larger than your ego. It is about the divine duality of being both a gentle warrior and a wise witness, holding strength and compassion in the same two hands. Being chosen isn't about being better than your family. It's about being the root system that finally provides enough water for everyone. You are the sacred fire that burns away the betrayal by those you trusted, replacing the heat of anger with the warmth of a steady heart. It means accepting that your path of destiny will require you to walk alone sometimes, so that you can find the way for the collective. You are the soul transformation expert of your lineage, the one who looks at a loss of faith and chooses to build a new temple. To be chosen is to understand that wealth is not just numbers in a bank, but the flow of destiny that allows you to bless. It is the celestial responsibility of carrying the starlight into the darkest corners of your family's history and saying, "The darkness ends with me." You are the sacred winding path, showing others that it is okay to be different, okay to be rich, and okay to be deeply spiritual. It means your paralyzing self-doubt was actually the sacred ashes from which your true authority was destined to rise and to shine very brightly. You are the compassionate older sibling to the world, offering a hand to those who are still caught in the fear of being fully seen. Being chosen means you have a hidden agreement with the divine to be the bridge that leads your entire family line into a new world. It is the phoenix role you had to burn so that the light of your transformation could guide the way for those who are still lost. You are the mirror lake, reflecting the possibility of a better life to everyone who looks at you, showing them what is possible through faith. This is a mythic journey, and you are the protagonist who chooses love over bitterness and abundance over the wound of not belonging every single day. It is a sacred alchemy of the heart, turning the suppressed anger of the past into the divine fire of a purpose that cannot be extinguished. You are the chosen one, because you were the only one brave enough to say yes to the call of the ancient roots and the deep tides. Your path forward is not a frantic race, but a gentle unfolding of your true nature, one intentional and loving step at a time. My friend, let us start with a simple micro-practice place. Your hand over your heart right now, and feel the deep living roots of your own existence. Breathe in the morning light and whisper to yourself, I am the soil, the seed, and the sun. I am more than enough for this. Your first practical step is to audit your inner soil. Write down 3 limited beliefs you inherited and gently burn that paper in a sacred ritual. As the smoke rises, imagine the sacred ashes becoming the fertilizer for your new identity, one that is rooted in eternal tides of plenty. The second practice is the grounding breath. Each morning, stand barefoot on the earth and feel your golden thread connecting you to the very center of creation. The third practice is the generous flow. Give something small away today with the intimate heart-to-heart intention that you are a channel of blessing. The fourth practice is the mirror gaze. Look into your own eyes for 2 minutes and recognize the wise witness who has survived the dark night. The fifth practice is the vision water. As you drink your water, imagine it is the hidden oasis filling your cells with the starlight of your future. You must begin to treat your time as a sacred alchemy tool, refusing to spend it on creative suppression or the small talk of the fearful. Start speaking about your financial destiny, not as a maybe, but as an eternal river that is already flowing toward your stillness and summit. When paralyzing self-doubt knocks, answer it with the gentle warrior energy of someone who knows their true name and their sacred path. Find a community of light or one awakened friend who can see your canopy even when you are still a seedling in your own eyes. Your path requires you to be the mystic sage of your own life, making decisions from the summit rather than from the valley of fear. Remember that partial faith is a sacred storm of confusion. So commit your whole heart to the butterfly metamorphosis that is currently happening within. You are moving toward a phoenix rebirth, where your family wealth will be the eternal cycle of grace and protection for all you love. Walk with the pacing of dawn, knowing that every small act of self-care is a sacred winding path toward your divine manifestation and your destiny. The ancient tree does not worry about the winter, for it knows the deep living roots hold the memory of spring and the promise of growth. You are that tree, and your branches are already reaching for the celestial heights of a life that is rich in every possible way and deeply loved. As we sit here in the quiet whispered wisdom of this closing moment, I want you to feel the tender revolutionary spirit within your own heart. You have traveled through the dark night and the awakening, and now you stand at the threshold of a majestic mountain of abundance. Never forget that your wound of not belonging was the sacred compass that led you to this hidden oasis of truth and divine power. You are the chosen one, because your heart was the only one soft enough to break for the past and strong enough to build the future. The golden thread of your life is being woven into a tapestry of light that will provide sacred shelter for your family for many generations. You are not a mistake of the old soil. You are the miracle of the new earth, a divine flower blooming in a time of change. Your deep living roots are now connected to the eternal tides of grace, ensuring that you will never truly thirst or lack ever again. Take one final heart soil breath with me, feeling the starlight of your celestial purpose filling every cell of your being with peace. You are the wise witness to your own greatness, the loving ancestor to your own inner child, and the gentle warrior of your own life. If this heart-to-heart has stirred the sacred fire within you, I invite you to take one simple, beautiful step into your new reality right now. Please share one aha moment or one hidden sign you recognized today in the comments below, so we can celebrate your unfolding together. The ancient forest is stronger when each tree recognizes its own light, and your voice is the song the world has been waiting for. I am so proud of the way you have healed, the way you have dared to believe, and the way you are growing. Go forth now with the stillness of the summit in your soul, knowing that the eternal river of your prosperity is finally home. You are chosen, you are cherished, and you are the one who changes everything with the simple, magnificent power of your brave, loving heart. The dawn has fully broken, and the day belongs to you, my dear, radiant, and most beautifully chosen friend.